Welcome to a Goldfish Battle Report. Today we have CIS vs Republic. I will be playing CIS with my list here. My commanders for this game are Kalani with aggressive tactics, vigilance, and recon intel, and a T-series with vigilance as well. My core consists of 4 blank B1s with 2 B1s with the rockets. To finish the list, with Special Forces, I have 2 full squads of BXs with the sniper and the deflector shields, and 1 squad of Magna Guards with their Electro Whip and Protector, coming in at 11 activations and 783 points. The main idea behind my list is using the reinforcements keyword from the Super Tactical Droid command card for my Special Forces and Kalani to deploy last and in the best position I can see. Once deployed, Kalani gives aims and dodges to the commando droids and then go last and shoot their 2 red, 8 white attack with Pierce and hopefully do damage, while my B1s and T-series provide activation control and just go for objectives. The Magna Guards are there to help keep Kalani alive and help slow down melee units. My opponent's list consists of Anakin with Force Push, Saber Throw, and Endurance, a blank Clone Commander, Padme with Vigilance and Recon Intel, and 2 blank Bark Speeders. To round out their core, they have a Phase 1 squad with the DC-15 heavy weapon, another Phase 1 squad with 5s as the heavy weapon, and finally, with 2 Phase 2 troopers with Z6s and Overwatch, coming to 9 activations and 799 points. My basic understanding of his list is that he wants to use the Barks to fire support with to get the surge to hit, while Anakin gets close while supported by Padme. I won the bid, so we play with my battle cards. My objectives focus on trying to split up the enemy force along a wide deployment zones. I wasn't thrilled with Recover the Supplies with Anakin having the ability to move boxes around at will, so I vetoed that. My opponent vetoed Sabotage the Moisture Evaporators. Hostage Exchange would focus them too much in one spot, so I vetoed that. I have it in there because BXs with Scout 3 would be able to catch up to the carrier and hopefully take them down by round 2, leaving us with Intercept the Transmission. For my opponent's final veto, he vetoed War Weary, leaving us with battle lines for our deployment in clear conditions. Our objectives were placed 1 in the center and 1 under the bridge piece on the left, and the other in the open next to the tower on the right. The terrain pieces outlined in green we determined were difficult terrain for slower movement. Everything lined in yellow here we determined to be heavy cover, if you shot through it or was standing in it. Take note that the building in the center has 3 openings that you can see through. The lines mark the entrances. Everything marked in red here was line of sight blocking cover. With battle lines as our deployment, we got range 1 from our side of the board to deploy. I divulged do not underestimate our means and held 3 of my Special Forces and Kalani to deploy after everything else has been deployed. Here's the range needed to score the objective. It's pretty much that log to the building and a lot of open ground. First, I deploy my B1s with the rocket. I deploy mostly in the center, so it's easier to move them either to the left or right side of the battlefield to join up with my Special Forces. Those stairs provided good line of sight blocking, so I had less worry of a round 1 attack on them. For my opponent's first deployment, he places his Phase 1s with the DC-15 rifle. I continue to place B1s. I play rockets first so that I know they have a good position in the mosh pit of droids. Next for clones are the Phase 2 Z6 squad. At this point, all I have left are blank B1s, and to no one's surprise, they're added to the clump. Clones place their second Phase 2 Z6 squad. B1s are deployed. For Clone's fourth deployment, they place their clone commander on their far flank. I place my 5th B1 squad in the center there. Clones place their 5 squad right next to the clone commander and phase 2 squad so they can direct both squads for activation control and fire support. Now here my opponent does make a deployment faux pas as he deploys both of his bikes before I do my deployment. But it's a friendly non-competitive game and it wasn't really going to affect my deployments anyways. I think he thought I was on my reinforcements units. The last unit I place before my reinforcements is my T-Series with Vigilance, right in the middle of the cluster so I can end my B1 chain on my T-Series. His last 2 deployments are Padme and Anakin. With his Padme, he scouts her behind the center building with Anakin close behind her. With clones out of units to deploy, I deploy my BX squad and scout 3 of them behind the line of sight blocking pillar. And I do the same for my second squad of commando droids. I use Scout 1 from Recon Intel to get Kalani close to the BXs so he can hand them aim tokens easier. Lastly, I place my Magna Guards within range 1 of Kalani so they can guard him just in case. Round 1 I play Push so I can get good order control, and my opponent plays Hero of the Clone Wars to start powering up Anakin. I give order tokens to every unit except my Magna Guards, and Magna Guards get an aim from Retinue, and give surges to my BXs from Aggressive Tactics. My opponent gives the Clone Commander, 5s, 1 Z6 squad, Anakin, and Padme order tokens. Anakin and the Phase 2s get surge tokens. For the first activation, I activate Kalani, which is hiding, sorry about that, and he strategizes to the 2 BX squads and moves up slightly. For my opponent, he activates Padme and moves her up and uses her quick thinking. I start moving my B1 slightly to the left, but try not to stick out too much to avoid getting shot from Phase 2s and the Barks. Clones move one of their Z6 squads into cover 2 and take a standby token. In response, I activate one of my rocket B1s and thread the needle through the archway to take a rocket shot and try to give them a suppression. With it being a range 4, I make it. My dice pool are 2 black and 1 red. I roll 2 hits and a surge, and I had given a surge to the unit with aggressive tactics to make it 3 hits in the cover 2, so he just needed to roll 1 defense die for 1 hit, which he rolls a block, but still suffers suppression, which causes him to lose his standby token. Next is 5 squad, which hides behind the stairs on the left. Move my B1 slowly to the left in anticipation of the barks coming to hit them. Clones hide their commander behind the stairs as well, keeping them close to 5s. The whole B1 clump continues to move to the left as I wait for him to run out of activations. Clones pull from their bag to activate a bark. They do their compulsory move and just park behind the building with a dodge. Another B1 unit moves. Clones move another bark, keeping them together. Anakin moves to use jump into the building where I can't see him. I pull from my bag to just move my Magnas and take a dodge. Clones move DC-15 squad to secure the objective. B1s move to hug the other B1s. Clone's last activation is their second Phase 2 Z6 squad, moves up to the log in the center to be closer to the objective. And finally, what I've been waiting for, activate my BXs and use their scale ability to hop onto this bridge. I attack the furthest Z6 squad. They have cover 2, which is reduced by 1 with BX's sharpshooter 1. I roll 7 hits, and I spend my aim to make it a Pierce 1 attack. After cover, makes it 6 hits. Clones roll 1 block and 3 surges, but only have 2 surge tokens to be used. With Pierce canceling one of them, he only blocks 2 hits to take 4 wounds, leaving only the leader. I activate my next BXs, move them up the bridge, and fire on the Phase 2s behind the log. They'll get cover 1 because of sharpshooter. I roll 5 hits as BXs naturally surge and spend my aim to pierce again. Clones roll 3 blocks to suffer 2 wounds. Round 2 command cards are They Too Will Suffer and You Underestimate My Power. I get to go first and mess with his order control while Anakin continues to power up. Clones must choose one of their face-up tokens to go back in the bag. I activate Kalani first so that BXs get their dodges and aims. Also, the BXs got to keep their dodges from last round because I have vigilance cards on the field. For Clone's first activation, they wanted to pull from the bag, so I forced them to activate the Clone Commander, as it seemed like it would do the least damage. He takes a dodge and moves into the stairs nook. My second activation, I activate BXs and fire on the Z6 squad. I roll 5 hits and make it Pierce 1. Clones roll for 4 damage, only block 1, which wipes the squad. Then I move my BXs behind cover where they can't be seen. Clones activate the lone mini squad and move him to the objective. Activate my other BXs, and because they didn't have an order token, I have to do AI and take a dodge. Then I shoot the singular mini behind the log. I roll 4 hits, which is more than enough with Pierce. A bark moves up and takes a dodge. I activate my T-Series to hand out surges to the Rocket B1 squads. The other bark moves up behind the other and also dodges. To which I start making B1 shots on them, first with the rocket squad. They aim and shoot. I roll 7 hits and spend the aim for 2 more hits. 2 go to cover for 7 hits. Down to 5 with dodges, blocks 1 to take 2 wounds, just avoiding vehicle break. Phase 1s move up behind the building. B1s move and take a shot on the wounded bark. Only rolling 1 crit, which is then blocked. Padme activates to move into the building. B1s move to attack the wounded bark. But roll all blanks. 5s moves closer to the center objective. B1s move to make a shot on the barks. I can't see the dice result, but it must have been only hits that went to cover for no damage. Anakin then jumps out of the building to end his movement on the other side of the barks. I then decide to start shooting on Anakin so that he can get 3 suppression and I could use his flaw card. One B1 squad was able to roll a hit and give him 1 suppression. And then the second squad was able to roll hits to go through cover. Anakin spends a dodge, activate Gem Mastery, and rolls a block, so the B1 squad takes the damage. With a suppression from his command card and 2 attacks, he has 3 suppression, and will start the next round with a suppression, allowing me to use his flaw card. I then activate my Magna Guards to hopefully intercept Anakin. Beginning of round 3, I play the flaw card, making Anakin unable to get a face-up order token. For our command cards, I play ambush and he plays assault. I give an order to the Magna Guards, the super tactical droid directs to a BX, and the T-series directs to the B1s and itself, while clones give orders to the clone commander, Padme, and the BARC speeders, leaving Anakin and 2 core tokens in the bag. Activate Magna Guards to get into melee with Anakin. The dice pool is 2 red and 6 black dice with the Electro Whip. I roll 5 hits and spend the aim from Retinue to get 1 more for a total of 6. Anakin rolls 2 blocks and 2 surges and 2 blanks. He uses his surge tokens to suffer 2 wounds and an immobilized token. Anakin is pulled from the bag to attack the Magna Guards. Rolls 5 hits with an aim. To which I roll 5 blocks with Immune Pierce. BXs jump back onto the bridge to take a shot on the BARC. The BARCs get no cover and must defend against a 6-hit attack. The BARC rolls 3 blocks with 2 surges and 1 blank to suffer 3 wounds. He rolls a blank for the disabled vehicle, meaning he can't reverse and must take 2 actions to do a standard move. He pulls a core for his next activation and moves the 5 squad into the building to safely take the objective. I activate Kalani to give aims and dodges again. He activates the DC-15 squad and only dodges with them. BXs go and scale down to get in range of the front BARC speeder and fire. They roll 4 hits and make it pierce. He only rolls 2 blocks, which is enough to kill the unit. He activates his remaining bark and moves with it and fires on my BXs in the open. He rolls 4 hits, but I have 2 dodges and spend my 2 shield tokens to take no damage. At this point, I move all my units to try and get as many on the objective as I can. At this point, I could feel my opponent was not having a great time, and I just tried to speed up my turns. Round 4, I play Preservation Protocols, and he plays This Is Where the Fun Begins. He gets to go first, and Anakin attacks the Magna Guards and rolls 5 hits. To which I roll 5 blocks, to which he sounded disheartened by, so I asked him if he would like to call the game at this point. We called the game, as he said it was mathematically impossible for him to win at this point. This CIS list is fun to run, especially if you're a control player. I think that's the right term, as you get to choose the objectives with such a low bid, and get to choose where the battle happens with reinforcements. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments. Until next time.